Good afternoon, everybody, and thank you for being here. I would like to thank PP Pam for the support. Miss Vener, thank you for guiding me in StreamYard. This is my first time going on live stream on Facebook, so I hope you bear with me with any technical issues, but I will do it in the best way I can. I'm live in Zoom. For those who registered via Zoom, just hold on. I will start. Just give me 2 minutes. Just give some space for others to join this discussion. And let me just talk quickly. What am I going to discuss today and why? I know PP Pa maybe knows my story a bit, but for those who don't know me already, my name is Wandalyn Tan Calupig. I am a mother of 2. I am 40 years old already. And last year, I think, when people reach the age of 40, you start to think of your age as, okay, what's gonna happen next, right? So I create a big audacious goal in 2020. I said, on my 40th birthday, I want to be the sexiest, slimmest, strongest version of me. So it's really a very big goal. And I did everything I could to really make that happen. I enrolled in the gym, which cost me about, I think if I just convert it to Philippine peso, for that year, because it's fitness first, here in Dubai, I spent about 3,500. So it's about 50,000 pesos for the whole year that I enrolled in fitness first. But because it did not work for me either. I remember I was already in the gym for 3 months. I was very excited. I was like, I'm going to lose this weight. Yes. But I remember my daughter told me one day, she said, with honesty and love, she said, Mommy, I'm very sorry. She said, I know you're going to the gym, but I don't see you really losing any weight. So I was also very, I felt it myself, but hearing it from another person you love and from my youngest daughter, it just created that, pain in my heart. So yeah, something's not happening, right? So I was really like frustrated already. What am I doing wrong? So today I will share with you what are those mistakes that I did in terms of exercise that really, led to not helping me lose the weight that I wanted. The second thing, what else? After enrolling in the gym, it didn't work for me. The next thing I did was actually enrolling in another health program, which is all about body nutrition. The promise of that 90-day program for me was that you don't need to do any exercise. There's nothing else you have to do. It's just going to teach you the healthy way of living. And I was like, okay, let me try this. And finally, I found something that worked for me. So I was able to lose 15 pounds last year. That weight I was trying to lose for the last 10 years because after having 2 kids, you started to gain weight, you lose it, and then you gain it, and then you gain more. And then also cycle of losing it, gaining. So it was really frustrating. But I think now that I've found something that's really sustainable, I said, I want to continue doing this, and I want to now help other other moms, especially who are struggling with their weight goals. Because, I know you could be spending a lot of time and money and energy achieving your weight goals. And January every year, I will always say I want to lose weight because I binge during the holidays. And that's okay, right? But if you don't achieve that, it becomes frustrating the whole year round. So this month, my goal really is to help more people become happier and healthier. And I would love to share with you in the next 1 hour of this webinar to understand how can you really, I think losing weight for me over the 10 years was a roller coaster ride because I was only focusing on one thing. Either it is about the food that I take or it's about the thoughts that I think. But after successfully retaining the weight loss over the 9 months, I think what really works in terms of achieving not only the weight, but in terms of achieving anything in life, everything has to be done holistically because you are not just a body, but you have a mind, a body, and a heart that really is connected all throughout. And what I learned, when you get it right, that is when everything actually falls into place. So for those of you who are joining me live on Facebook, I hope you can just, send some comments, send some love. I'll try to respond to you later because I'm managing Zoom at the same time. Let me just start recording this. And I want to thank you for joining me today. Just hold on. BB Pam, can you see my screen right? Am I recording already? I thank you. Thank you for being here. You're like my lifesaver. Okay, thank you. So it is now 12:04. I know I've booked this for 12:04 my time and 4 p.m. if you're in Manila. So let's start the ball rolling. What am I going to discuss today? How to lose weight using NLP. Some of my friends and months, wow, I've gained it back and more. And I will discuss with you how and why. Why are those diets really not working for me, and why it is not working for you either? And are you finding it difficult to control eating? I think you are not alone. Humans as we are, especially Filipinos, we love to eat. Here in Dubai, at least I think we can eat 2 to 3 times a day. That's manageable. But in the Philippines, we need to have breakfast, snack, then lunch, then snack, then dinner, then midnight snack. So you can imagine, right? Really eating is a culture for us. So it's really difficult. So we will dive into discussing why is it really very difficult. For those of you who don't know me, can I give a quick introduction about myself? My name is Wandalyn Tan Calupig. I am a Filipino, but I'm based here in Dubai. I'm a wife and mom of two. As I said, I'm a certified neuro-linguistic master practitioner. When you study NLP, there's different levels of certification for you to practice and use, because those techniques are really the ones you use that can, really help you and help your clients. I'm also a certified public accountant by profession, but and an auditor of 20 years, but really coaching and speaking is something that I love. That's why I'm also an international coach and speaker. And I'm also the founder of Working Moms Academy. And you're watching this live on or on replay on Working Moms Academy. And later I'll talk more about what Working Moms Academy is all about. And what is my mission in life? In 2014, when I had everything I've dreamed of, I really was experiencing depression and burnout and stress. And at that point in time in life, I was like, I have everything, but why am I unhappy? And after going through so many trainings, spending so much time reading, learning, I think I put and I understood that it was God's mission for me to now help others live happier lives. And now I hope through this 1 hour webinar, I can, at least enlighten you on some areas of your health that I hope can give you some dose of happiness today. And this is my picture and a picture of my family. Can you see? My kids are like my size now. But really, I always believe as a mom that the best gift I can give to my family is my health. I can see how my kids, worry a lot when they don't see me, feeling well. And this is why I really made a commitment to sharing whatever I know to help those mothers who are really, struggling with their health and with their weight goals. Moving forward, I hope you can just get the paper. I know you do attend a lot of trainings, but I believe in what Napoleon Hill said, that success starts with clarity of purpose. In every training that I have, I always ask people, just write down what do you want to learn from me, at least one thing. Because if you can be clear with that, and after this webinar, we can, have a discussion of how and how my webinar can help you. That is really when you can say you've learned something. And I really hope and I want to make sure that you get something from me today. And what are we going to discuss? Yes, we're going to discuss the 3 reasons why you are not losing weight. And there's only one step. Yes. Let's make life very simple. I will teach you one step that really helped me move forward, achieve my weight goal, and one step that can help you avoid, these mistakes forever. Okay, let's talk about the weight I wanted to discuss further. Number 1, maybe you've heard of this, right? A lot of people say, oh, that's why when I had that big audacious goal of becoming the slimmest, strongest, and sexiest version of me in my 40th, the first thing I did was enrolling in the gym. And the second thing I did is bringing my husband with me, because I know if I only do it, I will say, I will easily give it up. But also, even if I brought my husband with me to accompany me to the gym, it did not work either for me. What I learned, exercise alone will never make you thin. Yes, you can do as much, as they said, you can do as much cardio exercise. Like what I experienced when I enrolled in the gym, I will do a lot of exercise, right? Cardio and whatever equipment is there. There's a class also in the gym. So what I will do, so what happened when I exercise, okay, my husband and I will go to the gym after office hours. I will go to the sauna as well. So I feel so exhausted, right? And then after that, we wouldn't even have the energy to go home. We'll just look at each other and say, can we just eat now? So after going to the gym, we'll end up eating. And I was thinking, if I will count the calories that I've lost versus the calories that I ate after the exercise, I think I was on a negative. I was already on a negative situation, meaning I did not really burn so much compared to what I need to. And I even gain it back, because the body is always looking for something that is missing, and that is actually the nutrition. So just be mindful of this. This is a myth. That's why in this detox program I'm starting next week, actually what I want to do for those people who will work with me, I promise them zero exercise, because I just really want us to focus on, the other things that matter. And I am not saying don't exercise. Actually, exercise is very good for your mental and physical well-being. But exercise, the way that is just balance, it's not about, overtiring yourself with something. Now, let's go to the next myth. If you do have some questions, I would love to answer them later. The second myth, you need to eat less, okay? When I was logic tells me before, and I know a lot of people are in the same boat like mine. When you, especially after Christmas, if you want to lose weight, you just need to eat less, right? And I did this over time. I was eating, I don't eat rice at some point, or I don't eat any sweets or any carbs. And I was like, how come I'm still not losing weight even if I eat less? And this is the reason about that. The truth is that your body can survive for 8 to 21 days without food. And actually, it can even survive, in 2 months if you just have water. And you're like, what? Actually, I can send you the study. There's the link there, which explains it further. But let us just move back into history. Our body was designed in the old age, and I think our body, our mind haven't really changed. If you look at it, in the old age, food was scarce and it's not always available. So what happens in the Stone Age is that, okay, humans will eat when they were able to, hunt animals or gather food. But there's no guarantee that humans will eat every day or every 2 hours. That's why our body was built to hold on to food, to hold on to something, because the body is designed to make sure that you will survive. So that's why even if you starve yourself for 8 to 21 days, you cannot see the results. And even if you say starve yourself in 2 months, okay, maybe you lost the weight, fine. I agree. Some people, I ate less, I actually lost weight. That's good. But did you regain the weight? Because that's the negative side of it. You eat less now, but when you stop that, what happens, right? Your weight actually increases further. So let us again understand why. So what do you do when you eat less? So it's a message to your mind and to your body saying that, oh, it's famine, there's not much supply of food. So the body will just take it slow and start digesting whatever you have in store in your body, which is, of course, your fats or whatever is there. But the moment you stop and you start eating, so it's now a signal to your brain and to your body that, oh, wait, the famine is over. The food is not scarce anymore. The food is available. So that is now when your body says, oh, let's eat a lot. Because there is again a fear in the mind that, okay, in the past, you starved my body to death because there might be a scarcity. So now, they might be thinking, your mind and your body is thinking, let's eat a lot again. Let's eat a lot again to really save our body, right? So that is actually what is happening. So actually, that is what is happening in your body. So the moment you stop eating less, it's now signal for your body to restore whatever is lost. So that is why you end up binge eating. And when you eat a lot, that is again why you are gaining more weight. So that's why the roller coaster of weight loss, weight gain is happening, because eating less is really not the solution. What I found really what works is about eating right. You know, in my program last year, actually we are allowed to eat all the time, but with the right food. And what I also learned, when I eat the right food, I actually am not hungry all the time. What really gives me hunger is eating, you know, the food that's not right for my body. Like, for example, in the past, I will eat pasta, then I will eat bread, then I'm still hungry, right? You still want dessert. And why is that so? When you felt you ate so much, you felt bloated already, but in your mind, you're like, I'm still hungry. But what I also learned, because your mind is looking for the right nutrition. So let's again step back to the old age. Was there pasta and bread and dessert in the old age? So the basic nutrition of the body is actually not pasta, not bread, nor dessert, but the basics in life, which is, of course, you know, protein, vegetable, and all. And when I started to just correct my eating habits of eating those vegetables first, of taking the fruits based on the right time, that is when I started to, you know, even if I eat a bit of bread, I start to become full already, because my body says, oh, I'm nutrient sufficient. You don't need to eat anymore. But for me, when I keep on eating ice cream, cake, pasta, I am still hungry no matter what. And that is because it is not about the food that I take, but it's about the nutrients that I give to my body. So I hope that's shedding some light that, you know, eating less is really something that will help you lose weight. No, it's not. I can share you this research so you can understand more. Let's talk about the last myth. So what's the last one? It says you need to eat salad 3 times a day to lose weight. Now, I also have heard, you know, there's a lot of myth that, you know, this celebrity, she started to become vegetarian, then she lost a lot of weight, you know, and this person, you know, she's just eating salad and she lost weight. I also tried this, my God. I cannot explain how many salad I ate and how much and how often. And then again, my office mate said, you know, one day you only eat salad in the office. And I was like, but are you trying to lose weight? And of course, that's one reason for me also of why I bring salad only to this. But second, if you're sitting in the office the whole day, and then, you know, I feel very heavy bringing, you know, rice or eating pasta or what. So I really just focus on eating salad so I have more energy. But there's also a warning here. Based on this study, eating salad doesn't automatically make you healthy. Actually, if you buy the salad outside, based on this research, they were comparing that if you buy that salad from this restaurant and if you buy McDonald's, the calorie difference is only 10 to 20 calories. Why? Because in that salad that restaurant was selling, the sauce itself is made of sugar. And then they're putting a lot of, you know, corn and whatever ingredients in the salad, which is actually not also good for your health. So the question today is, what's really the right food for me, right? I will share more about that later. But I just want to discuss this myth, not because you're eating salad can help you or automatically make you lose the weight that you wanted. And maybe you're like me, you're trying to eat salad all day, but it's not working. And I know why. In my program last year, what we tried to do, it's not about eating, there's something called variety hunger. So I was like, variety hunger? I haven't heard of that really. What they said is that, you know, humans as we are, we love variety. So if you keep eating salad and salad and salad and salad every day, again, your body is bored. So the appetite is not there, nor your metabolism is working well for you. So what the body wants is for you to keep on trying and eating different foods that is right for your body. So eating salad cannot help you lose weight, but it's eating the right foods and a variety of right foods that is right for you that can help you lose the weight. I hope I'm making sense, and I hope you're getting like, aha. Some aha moments as I share my journey. And okay, let's talk about the next thing. What is really that one thing? You might say, okay, we have discussed the 3 myths already. The 3 myths about losing weight and the 3 mistakes that I've done and maybe you have tried about exercise, about eating salad, and, about starving yourself. But what I really learned is what Aristotle said. The best way for you to lose weight is knowing yourself. Because truly, knowing yourself is the beginning of all wisdom. And then when I started to also take a lot of health programs, I was thinking, who designed this program? Is it men or women? Because also, if you look at it, the body of a man and the body of a woman is very different. Our metabolism functions are also different. I also learned that women, after taking the Wild Fit program, of course, I am an eternal student. I study so much and I read so much. What I also learned is that, do you know that you need to eat a certain kind of food based on your menstrual cycle? And women have 4 menstrual cycle. I am not discussing it here. We don't have much time. But you need to eat the right kind of food that can support you during the different cycles of the month, of your period, and of your body. So, but men, of course, doesn't have that. So when they design those health programs, it's just the same, right? So just be careful about that. And let us understand further, how does knowing yourself, how can it really help you lose the weight? Let me just move to the next slide. Okay, let us now talk about neuro-linguistic programming and why. Neuro-linguistic programming is actually all related to understanding yourself. Let's just understand how your mind. Your mind has both conscious and subconscious mind. Maybe you've heard about it. But majority of your mind, as they said, 80 to 90% is actually the subconscious mind. What's that? That is actually your long-term memory. Sometimes you think, you still have a memory of your childhood. Yes, because your mind has the capacity to really store things, 2 things which are very good and things that are very bad. That's why you remember both. Your emotions and feelings are actually in your subconscious mind also. So maybe you're like, I really want to lose weight. That's your emotion, right? But on the third thing, that your habits, relationships, and addictions are also in your subconscious mind. So in your feelings, in your heart, you might say, I really want to lose weight. Okay? But your mindset, but I love dessert. But I love to eat. But I'm addicted to chocolate and I cannot give it up. So, the misalignment of what you really want and, the failure in losing weight is all about the programming that you have in your mind first. That's why neuro-linguistic programming is very important. What does it mean? Neuro actually stands for your brain and your nervous system. Your mind controls the overall function of your body. Just come to think about it. Do you still think when you're breathing? No, right? Actually, your body is operating automatically for you 80 to 90% of the time. It gives you the right blood flow, the right, oxygen in your body. But without understanding also, your mind doesn't know what's good and what's right for you. It just loves what it's familiar. So I will discuss more later about that. But the mind really likes something, something similar. So if you keep on eating the same day, and if you are not exercising, your mind is familiar to that. The moment you introduce exercise, it's actually creates a fear in your mind because it's a disruption. It's a new habit that it is not familiar to. That's why weight loss is very difficult, but because it is all about the 90% of your mind which you don't know and you have no full control of unless you fully understand how your mind works. And you only actually are aware of the 10% of your mind which, analyzes a lot. Your mind who thinks and plans so much but accomplishes nothing. Your short-term memory is there. But actually, the moment you understand that any success in weight goal and goal achievement is actually understanding about the 90% part of your brain. because it is about the language of your brain and it's about your programming. That's why it's called neuro-linguistic programming. So it's also about what other else. Of course, there's intuition, spiritual connection, and all. But let me go further. How is NLP related to weight loss? Okay, let's look at this picture. Ice cream. Do you think ice cream is good or bad for you? I know, personally for me, I think ice cream is not good because I know it's chocolate, it's dessert, it's sugar, it's milk. But why do you eat ice cream, right? Well, for me, I eat ice cream because, in the mind, remember, I said in the first picture that 90% of your mind is about memory, about habits. And ice cream has always been my therapy. When I was studying accountancy, accountancy is really very tough. So I will always remember after every exam, my mom will ask me, so how was your examination? And then as we discuss, how it went through, how difficult it was, we will walk through from our house to the ice cream store, one street away from our house. And, ice cream has become my therapy. So whenever I feel sad, I just feel like I need an ice cream, because I was unaware that habit in college of eating ice cream after the difficult exam is my way of coping up with stress. And also, where do you find ice cream? You find it where? In birthdays, in celebration, in parties. And in your mind, your mind has a long-term memory. It always loves to store two things I told you, happy thoughts and bad thoughts. Now, those happy thoughts of, reunion, party, celebration is always associated to ice cream. So eating ice cream gives you so much joy because, in your mind, it just refreshes that, oh, this ice cream is about celebration, about party. So now ice cream is associated to happiness. But too much of ice cream can, of course, lead to weight gain. But your mind doesn't know that. It just knows that ice cream is good for you because it makes you happy. So now you understand, right? Second, do you know that junk foods are not good? Are you aware of that? I know it's kind of difficult in terms of an interaction because I cannot see the screen either. But I hope you can answer this for yourself. For me, I always believe that I know that junk foods are not good for the body. I'm aware of that. But eating junk foods at some point gives me satisfaction. I'll give you the reason why. When I was growing up, I didn't have the money or the opportunity to even if there was already McDonald's or KFC or Jollibee in our province, I think I was able to just eat McDonald's when I want, when I started working in Dubai already. Because even when I was working in the Philippines, I can eat outside only on a certain period of the month because that is after payday. Where I got to budget, I have some money, I can eat at McDonald's or wherever restaurant I want to. And then after that money is over, I cannot eat anymore because I have to budget, of course, and survive throughout the day. So, and for me, what happened there is that I was again unaware that I was associating eating junk food to achievement. Why? Because when I have extra money, when I started working, and when I had no money when I was young, when I was young, you always wanted to eat outside, right? It's a luxury to eat outside. And, it's a need that was there since childhood, which was not fulfilled. And when I started to earn money, then that's the first need that came to mind. Oh, eat outside because you now have the money. But your mind, again, is just looking for that need, the emotional hunger that you're looking for, the unsatisfied need that you have. And for McDonald's now, also, what happened, when you start eating it, it gives you happiness because it's related to your achievements in life and to the emotional hunger that you had when I was younger. I don't know for you, but I just want you to reflect back. What does ice cream give happy thoughts? I mean, what are your memories about ice cream? And why does it give you happiness? Similarly, eating junk food, eating at McDonald's or eating at your favorite restaurant, which is not good for you. Why are you happy about it? In the past, who do you always have, time eating with. Like, for example, I know for my kids when they were younger, I wasn't aware of, I wasn't really aware, and I wasn't really health conscious yet. But our bonding every Thursday after office, because I'm always busy, I want to make sure that at least I have a date with my kids every week. So every Thursday after I end up office, we will always have McDonald's dates, because in McDonald's there's a Happy Meal, right? So there's a toy and there's food. So for moms like me who are very thrifty in spending, I always bring my kids to McDonald's because I don't have to buy them toy and we already have food. So that's a time for us to catch up what happened throughout the week. So in my kids, McDonald's is happiness and it's mommy's time. And it's for me also, it was always family time for me when I think about McDonald's now. But in the long run, I know it is not good because it is feeding your body preserved foods, right? But if you look at the overall things, right, it is very difficult to lose weight because of your emotional attachment to these foods. Your mind knows it's not good for you, but your emotional attachments makes it difficult for you to let go. That is why weight loss is challenging to many people. I hope that's clear, and I hope you're having some reflection already. Maybe ice cream or McDonald's or any restaurant is, but let's go to the next one. Okay, alcohol. Is alcohol good for you? That's the other question. Personally for me, I grew up in a family where my mom don't drink. So alcohol is something that I am not a fan of. And I used to ask my husband, why do you really like to drink? What's the benefit of this? And because I see him, in the morning, he will have headaches and he cannot eat throughout the day. And I was like, it doesn't make sense at all to me. So, and if alcohol was really good for you, let's understand, what's the tagline of most alcohol drinks? Drink moderately. So if alcohol was really good for you, then they should say, drink unlimitedly, right? But see, the manufacturers of alcohol themselves know that alcohol is not good for you. But why do people love to drink alcohol? And why is it very difficult for people to even, stop drinking? So let us again understand what's the connection of alcohol to the mind and to the emotions. Number one, when do you see alcohol? You see alcohol again in family gatherings, in reunions, right? You also see it in parties, weddings, birthday celebration. In the Philippines, in our province, when the family meets together, it's automatic. There should be alcohol and stories. So I didn't understand that from my mother's perspective because we are not like that. But for my husband, I was like, oh, alcohol is family time and story time. So for people, it's very difficult to even drop the alcohol because of the mental and emotional, attachment to the alcohol as well. And let's go to the next, chocolate. I love chocolate. I know. I don't know why I love. Okay. So I'm trying to understand what's my relationship. The key to really losing weight is to understand your relationship with food, because it's easier for you to either stop or to just be aware of why you eat what you eat. So why am I eating chocolate? I remember when I started, when my husband was courting me, it was 2000. So it was 20 years ago. I really love those dark chocolates, especially the ones from Japan, the Meiji brand. And I've always loved dark chocolate, and I love cakes. So really, whenever I go outside, I have to eat cake and chocolate. And even after every meal, I mean, Filipinos as we are, I don't know about other nationality, but for us, it's like, dessert is a thing. So after eating, it's like, oh, what's our dessert? So it's really a habit and it's a culture. It's very difficult to lose weight because of the culture and the emotional attachment to the food. So how did I do it last year? Actually, I learned that chocolate is actually good, but with the right ingredients as well. So maybe you've heard of paleo, keto diets, and all kinds of diet. See, if you also use the right ingredients for your cake, then it's actually healthy for you. So You can buy any cake outside that's so much calories because of, you use all-purpose flour or cake flour, then milk, then what's a lot of sugar. But there are also called natural sugar that you can use to replace in baking your cakes. Like there's date syrup, of course, there's honey, there's a lot more. But what I learned is that if you really want to lose weight, but you are not willing to compromise on the food that you love, then you find alternatives to make your food healthier. You might say, oh my God, but this gonna cost me so much money, right? Because I know some ingredients, especially the health food related, is somehow expensive. But just come to reflect about it. Do you want to invest in your health now, or do you want to invest in your sickness later? I think it's a decision you have to make every day of your life. And I know last year has opened the mind of a lot of people. Do you know that if you got COVID in the Philippines, you'll spend around 300,000 minimum on hospitalization alone, plus. So now the question is, do you want to be really healthy? Do you want to invest in your health now? Or you just want to wait to be sick and have that money, pay for the medicines or the hospitalization that you need? So it's a challenge, right? I know this is why weight loss is very difficult, because you have to break the habits that you have. You have to break those good relationships that you have with food. And let me go to my next slide. I hope this is giving you some aha moments. Maybe for you, it's not alcohol, it's not cake. So think about it. What is that food that gives you so much happiness, but it's not good for you? I know one of my friends, he likes coffee. He's like, Mom Wanda, I'm already palpitating with coffee because I'm having like 3 to 4 times a day. But I just need it, especially when I'm stressed. So I was like, okay, let us understand this. Who do you drink coffee with? I said, when I know, it's a family thing. I said, whenever I'm in the Philippines, when I'm reunited with my family, we'll always gather together and drink coffee. And also, when I'm on a date with my partner, we'll always have coffee together. So I was like, now you know. You have to understand the relationship with coffee. You are stressed and you are grabbing coffee the moment you felt it, because your mind is telling you, I'm stressed, I need to be happy. And that happiness is linked to coffee, because coffee is related to your relationship with your family in the Philippines and also with your partner. And just think of what are those foods which I know is not good for me, but I'm still taking them. You cannot let them go because of your emotional attachment. And maybe you're eating a lot of pizza. Oh my God. One of my friends also, she's like, I know pizza is not very healthy. After eating, you feel so full. But I keep on eating it. And I was like, okay, let's understand. Was there a lot of pizza when you were growing up? It's like, no, when I was young, I actually always wanted pizza, but my mom had no money to buy for me. And I was like, see, eating pizza, you're now like 30 plus, and you've been working for 10, 20 years. You've been working and eating pizza for the last 20 years because of the emotional hunger that you're trying to fulfill when you were a child. And if you don't solve that emotional hunger that you have, your emotional eating habits, you will never successfully lose that weight. You might lose it by doing some tricks of coffee, of eating less, but I can guarantee you it will always come back. This is why knowing yourself is very important in losing weight. You have to know your thoughts, your feelings, and emotion about food, every food that you eat. I also heard one person said, I'm eating very less, but I'm even gaining weight. And I was like, okay, let's understand this. When you eat the food, what do you tell yourself? He said, the moment I eat rice, I tell myself, oh my God, I'm going to be fat. So I said, see, because it is your thought about eating the food, not about the quantity. That's more dangerous. So you're telling your mind, when you eat the rice, I'm going to be fat. And your mind doesn't discriminate that. So it will give you the fat, that thought that you are thinking. But you should see my husband. I was like asking him before, how come you are not gaining any weight over the years? We've been together for 20 years. What's your secret? And he just told me, I just think that I have a very high metabolism, no matter how much I eat. And I was like, oh my God, is it that simple? And I was like, yeah, just think that you have a very high metabolism. And then your body will work it out for you. And I was like, wow, that is very simple, right? But in NLP terms, it's actually the most powerful. It's the story, it's the thoughts that you tell yourself that actually makes a big difference in terms of the food that you eat. What is also your thoughts about diet, right? Do you hate diet? The moment you heard, you're like, oh my God, I don't want to starve. So what is your thoughts about your metabolism? I just shared about that with my personal experience. So you really have to understand the success of any weight goal is not about how much food you ate, how much food exercise you did. First, you have to clarify and, understand everything that's happening in your mind about food, about diet and all. What's also your feeling about about losing weight? I wasn't, the other problem about our mind, you don't know everything that is there. As they said, you have a long-term memory, right? Which is stored in your subconscious mind. For a very long time, I was trying to lose weight and I cannot lose the weight. And I was like, what's wrong? What is they call it in NLP terms, what is your success block? And what I learned, when I was doing one of my meditation programs, it was telling to release all the blocks that's preventing you from, getting the goals that you wanted. It was revealed to me during that meditation that I was afraid to lose weight because I might get pregnant again. It might sound silly to you, but it was real to me. Why? When I had my youngest now, it was really unplanned, but I had her because I think I lost weight that time. And then after having her, after losing the weight, I became pregnant. And pregnancy for me was not easy because first, I'm of course very busy. And second, I always deliver premature. So I always deliver 36 weeks and it's cesarean section. So it's really a very difficult pregnancy for me. So my mind stored the bad thing, right? It's associate weight loss with pregnancy. So my mind is not releasing the weight because it is afraid that I might get pregnant again. I don't know what that means to you, but every person have their own experience about losing weight. So you have to understand that. Again, what are your fears and motivation? What do you fear the most, right? Because if you are not clear why you want to lose weight, if the reason is also not big enough, you will never do it. Have you seen doctors? Are doctors really healthy? Do you think they have the perfect weight? I remember here in Dubai last year, there was a free clinical checkup in the office. So the doctor measured our weight, and then we had a one-on-one consultation. And the doctor was asking me, she said, that time I was 61 kilos. She's like, oh, I'm sorry, but you're overweight. And she said, yeah, doctor, I'm really overweight. But actually, the doctor is more obese than I am. So in my mind, I was like, if the doctor learned about nutrition, how come the doctor is also not healthy, right? So that's also, of course, I did not tell. And when she saw my age, she was like, you're 39? And she was like, but so I'm younger than you. She actually became very sad. She's like, I look older than you and I am more fat than you, but you're actually older. So actually that depressed her at some point. And I was like, oh, you think about it. What are your fears and motivation about losing weight? Because if that is not clear to you, you cannot, if the reason is not enormous and emotional enough, you will not do it. For me, I really want to live a long life for my children. I want to be there always with them. And I see them really worried when I get sick. I know the best health I can give best gift I can give to my children is my health. So that's why I'm investing a lot on that. And I've invested so much. So if you just want to lose weight for the sake of losing weight and looking beautiful, that's a very small reason, I'll say. I used to have that reason. I just want to look beautiful and confident. But the reason has to be beyond you. When you do something in life bigger than the purpose for yourself, that is when you start to do something. So because my reason last year, other than my age, is about my children, because they're still young, then I really made time and effort and, of course, money investment to achieve that. What's the sleep chronotype? Maybe you've heard of this. I just read a book by Michael. I cannot pronounce his last name very well, but he's Michael Beerser. But he talks about there are 4 types of chronotype. You're a bear, a lion, a wolf, or a dolphin. And he said there's the right time that you should eat the food based on your sleep chronotype, because actually the food gets digested when you sleep, and when you don't eat the right food and you don't sleep at the right time, your digestion also fails. I only learned about sleep chronotype last week, but when I started to do the weight program of eating the right food, my sleeping habits actually improve a lot, because also the foods that you eat keeps you awake. Why? Because what I also learned, your body is still digesting the food when you're sleeping. And when you ate so much, it takes so much effort for your body to digest the food. That's why you are not sleeping well. I remember I did that last year. I did a 3-day fasting only of drinking that vegetable juice that was prescribed in the program I took. That is the best sleep of my life, I realized, because that way, I was not tiring my body of digesting all the food that I ate. So I was like, I want to have that experience again. So whenever I want to sleep well, I will just go on fasting only the green juice that I need to drink. Also, I said already in the previous one, your menstrual cycle, if you're a woman, is very important in losing weight. There's the right exercise for you based on your menstrual cycle. There's a right food for you to eat based on your menstrual cycle also. When I've learned this, I was able to improve not only my eating habits, but also my energy levels. I know there's a lot of demands for us, mom, right? We need to manage the house, our careers, our lives, and we need to take care of the husband and the kids and the entire household. And if you understand yourself, it's very easy now to lose the weight and to have so much energy to still do something that you want to do. Again, what are your weight goals and blocks? I learned a lot of people just say, oh, I just want to lose 10 kilos. But you don't know what are the blocks that you have, right? Which I already shared with you, your relationship with your food, your experience with food. So really, the numbers only one step for you to losing the weight sustainably. And that is all about knowing yourself. I hope you're learning something from me today. Let me just share one of my clients. See, this client, I was able to guide this person. He lost 4 kilos in 2 weeks after our meeting. And that time when I was teaching, I was only teaching about your relationship with food because I haven't had my program about eating the right food yet. But see, just by understanding and twitching the brain, the thoughts, the feeling, he was able to not only lose 4 kilo in 2 weeks or 8.8 pounds in 2 weeks, he was able to walk 3,000 meters daily in 50 minutes. His sleeping improved. He has negative thoughts, but he can now control them. He has also here in Dubai, people take a lot of green tea and they put a lot of sugar and milk. So he said his tea is now replaced with green tea only and no sugar. And he's avoiding dessert, which is his weakness. So imagine if you understood how your mind works and if you're eating the right kind of food, how much weight you will lose in the next few days or months, right? Let me share one more client of mine. This client had a very big weight goal. She lost 5 kilo in 19 days. She's going for a trip out overseas. And she's like, I really need help. So she asked for a one-on-one coaching with me. I did not even tell her what are the right foods to eat. We just went into a one-on-one discussion. What is the best thing that she should do based on what her body and her mind is telling her so she can lose 5 kg in 90 days. And we were able, every day we'll keep in touch and check on her. How did you do? Did you do these 3 things? She only did 3 things throughout those 90 days. And she was able to lose the weight in 5 kgs. I think the number one reason why people is not, losing weight is because you don't have accountability. If you're just losing weight because of yourself and on your own alone, you can easily drop the goal. But if you do have a coach who's checking on you, who's keeping you accountable, then that is how things move. Okay? Okay, I hope you learned something from me today. If you just allow me, please, to invite you. I am starting a program next week, which makes me very, very much excited, because now that I know the mind, the body, it's a holistic program now that covers and empowers what they need to do to really detox and empower your mind, your heart, and body. So you can also be healthier and happier this year. I would love to invite you to my Detox 2021 program. I guarantee you there will be zero exercise, zero supplement, zero hunger. There's no starving here. And I know moms are very busy in this life. We are all digitally busy. So there's only 2 to 10 minutes of lessons every day that you can watch anytime and anywhere. And what's the best news also? I really love my clients to succeed. I always believe that the success of my clients is my success in multiple ways. So you will get your money investment back. I've been enrolled in so many programs, but nobody gave me my money back, even if I have successfully achieved my goal. But I really want to motivate the people who will join my program. So if you join my program, I'm going to give you half of your money back when you achieve the goal that you set yourself. I'm not even setting how much weight you will lose. I want you to do it for you. You set it yourself, and I will help you do that. And if you accomplish that, I will be more than happy to return half of your money. And you might think, yeah, fine. So what's going to happen, right? This is going to be a 4-week program. Of course, the week 1 is all about asking and knowing yourself. That is the key in anything, in achieving your weight goal. Then, of course, we're going to build a plan and act consistently, because there's a specific recipe that's only meant for you. And we're going to clear the blocks that hold you back. And of course, even after the program, I want you to be successful even without me. So we will define what is the success roadmap for your weight goal, so you continue losing the weight that you want and you continue living that healthy lifestyle that you envision. And this program is for you if you hate exercise, because this is really about detox and empowering, nourishing your mind, body, and soul through training and coaching. This is for you if you're tired of trying too many diets. I've been there. And I want to help others now. If you have no interest in meal plan, I am also not interested in those meal plan. There's really something that your body is telling you that's right for you, and I'm only here to guide you. And what's the other thing? I've spent on my NLP coaching and training alone, I spent 50,000 plus. On my other weight program last year, I spent 50,000 plus and much more. But you're not paying me 100,000. It's not even 50,000. You're only giving me for this 31-day program. I think it's like only a cup of coffee at Starbucks every day, or even less. For this 31-day program, I'm giving it a very special price of only 10,000 pesos. And if you achieve your weight goal, which I want for you, I will give you 5,000 back. So meaning, if you really are committed to achieving your weight goal and you achieve it, your enrollment for this 31-day program is only 5,000 pesos. It is very low, I know. Because at the end of the day, it is not about money, but it's about helping you really achieve your weight goal. If this is for you, just go to this bit.ly Detox WMA, fill up the form, and I would be more than happy to help you. What's the other question? What are the inclusions? Of course, there will be 31-day exercise that will help you reflect, gain clarity, set goals. There will be short audio and video, of course, to teach you. There's a colorful printable workbook. And you're going to be live. You're going to have a discussion with me live one-on-one every week. So I can answer all your questions. And again, there's a free one-on-one coaching for the first 5 people who will register today. And my coaching is 5,000 per hour. You can imagine how many things I have to do. And my time, actually, this 5,000 per hour is very less than what I'm earning. But I really want to make it affordable to help others. But if you enroll in the program, you will even get a free one-on-one coaching with me if you're the first of the 5 people. So I know this program is not for everybody, but if this resonates with you, if you're really serious about your weight goal this year, then I would be more than happy and honored to help you in any way I can. So this is again the form, bit.ly Detox WMA. Fill up the form and you can, you can just follow the instructions of how to enroll and be part of the program. Also, lastly, Working Moms Academy, I would like to invite those people. I am now ready to accept advisors, investors, for those who want to attend my detox program, partners, trainer, coaches, recruiters, my goal is to help moms succeed personally and professionally, and I cannot do it alone. So I need people who have the same heart to join me in this mission. And what is Working Moms Academy all about? Let me just tell you quickly. It is a platform and community that wants to support mothers struggling with stress and burnout. They said 80% of women become mothers. But do you know that no school, no education, no experience in corporate, nothing have prepared women to become mothers? That is why I'm creating this Working Moms Academy. And this idea actually is one of the 20 finalists of the Build to Last Hackathon 2020 for female founders in Southeast Asia. And I'm really committed to make this happen. I really want to help more moms. January is about helping moms become, healthier and happier. Next month is another theme. So if this is for you, I hope you join the Detox program. And also, if you can be one of the investors, partner, coaches, please feel free. You just have to fill up bit.ly WMA form. And I will be more than happy to discuss how can we work together to make a positive impact to mothers. And my discussion is almost finishing. I am now open to question and answers. So just a question. Did you learn something from me today? Okay, I have some Zoom attendees. I hope they're still there with me. Just so that for those who are watching live on Facebook, I hope you're learning a lot from me. I hope you learned something. Is everybody, let me just check the people who's with me on Zoom. Hi, baby. Okay. I am now open for questions and answer. Is there any question for me? PP Pam, do you have any question for me? This is still free. So none at the moment. Thank you. Did you learn something from me today, PP Pam? May natutunan ka ba? Can you share some, yung parang aha moment mo? Can you just share it with me? True. Ako din. Thank you. Oo. True. Thank you, Thank you, PP Pam, for sharing. Ako din, alam mo, noong una dati sabi ko, ano naman problema sa akin? Alam ko nung masama sa akin yung chocolate, di ba? Pero talagang, lalo na pag stress ka, ay, chocolate pa more. Give me more. Yung pala kasi, I associate. Oo, tama. Totoo. Correct. Correct lahat yan. Actually, it's really about breaking the habits eh. Breaking the habits that we are used to and also breaking of, the things that, we love to do. Kasi nga sa brain natin, tama siya, nakaka-happy siya, take pa more. Eat pa more tayo. Pero hindi pala. Ay, talaga. Wow, that's very good. Sabi mo nga kasi you did something right. That's tama. Oh. Uy, thank you, Pipi Pam, for sharing. I would like to expand more on that. She said, I'm not sure it's being, if the streamer can hear. Pipi Pam shared na yun nga, yung relationship with food is, very important. Kasi kaya pala hindi niya mag-give up. Second, she also shared, she had that motivation to really lose weight and, not eat meat because nga, yung brother niya had sickness. Ganun din yun eh. Kasi I think it's always the motivation. And sometimes some things happen to other people and it doesn't have to happen to us. Pero when you see that, then it becomes an awakening for you also to say, oh, I don't want to be sick, so let me start becoming healthy. So when you have that bigger reason, which is, other than yourself, kasi nga you saw something in another person, that's also a push for you to do something. So I think, Pipi Pam, congratulations for losing the weight. So it's now about the sustainability, right? Correct? Yes. Hi, that's very good. Congratulations. And thank you for joining me today and thank you for sharing those. How about si Jem and Vener, do you have any questions for me or do you want to share something? Quiet sila. If you do have something, you can just type in the chat box. I would love to answer. For those watching me live on Facebook, you can just send me a message, personally ask me anything, or you can just post it later, then I will respond to you. For those who join me in Zoom, thank you very much, Pipi Pam, Vener, Jem. I appreciate your time today. If you need copy of the slides, Pipi Pam, I'll just send it across na lang if you need it. For those who need copy of the slides, I also post it in my LinkedIn. So at least you can access it. I would love really to help more people. And if my webinar helped you, or gave you some insights, I hope you can just share with other family or friends. Because I know it's very difficult, right? And you always fall into the trap of, diet ako ngayon, tapos ang dami kong itatry, tapos ma-frustrate ka. I hope I shed some light today, and just by sharing my journey. And I really hope to help more people, because it's not about them enrolling about my program, but it's all about them understanding themselves first and find what's working for them and do it. So yun lang. Thank you, Pipi Pam. Thank you, Vener and Jem. Have a great day. God bless you. Thank you for those who's watching me on live on Facebook and who's gonna watch the replay. Thank you for the time. I am all praying for your health. God bless you all. Thank you. Bye.